I never needed you like
YouTube, welcome to the second episode of Self-Love. Today I'm going to be sharing a story that some of my viewers already know because I've shared the story once before on YouTube, but I deleted it because I feel like the only reason I kind of shared the video, that story, was because I didn't want people to keep asking me, oh, how did it happen and all that kind of stuff. I'm just like, watch the video, just watch it. But I feel like the only reason I need to share it now, I feel like has a good reason, is because within this process of my self-love journey, I feel like you kind of have to basically reveal something that is stopping you from loving oneself, basically. And with the quote that I shared at the very beginning, I think that has a lot to deal with what I'm going to share with you guys right now. Basically, a bad experience or something like that. I really truly believe that it does shape you on the person you are today, or just to make what you are, basically. And with this story, if I cry, just bear with me. I'm sorry. I might not cry. I might not. We gonna give it a go for it. We gonna give it a go for it. Okay, so story time. Basically, so this goes back to my senior year. I'm a freshman in college right now, if you guys didn't know that. My first semester of my senior year, and it was finals time. And so I had an anatomy final. That was like one of my biggest finals. And you know, when you're applying for colleges, they look at your freshman through junior year, and then you turn around and send your senior's transcript. So I'm like, oh Jesus, this is gonna mess me up. This grade is gonna mess me up. So I'm studying my butt off the night before. Like, I'm going in, like, all books, pencil in my hair, looking a hot mess, like, going in. So basically the next day, I basically overslept. So I'm like, oh shoot. Overslept. I previously already overslept this week. That's why I'm so dramatic about it. And my mom has this rant. Like, she always goes on this rant. And I wasn't for it today, like, that day. Like, I was just like, I do not feel like hearing her mouth. Like, she's like, this is gas money. Nah. And like, I'm just gonna let y'all know, I live around the corner and down the block from my school. So I just be looking at her like, oh my gosh, shut up, Mom, come on, just take me to school. I don't need to hear this. I don't, okay? And so basically I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna walk to school. Y'all, school starts at 7 o'clock, okay? I originally get up at 5 in the morning, and my bus comes at 6:39, okay? So I missed the bus. So it's like 6:40-ish by the time I get up and everything, get ready and all that kind of stuff. And so, you know, it's kind of dark. It's wintertime. You know how it kind of gets dark. But it wasn't like dawn dark. It was like, okay, the sun is rising. So it's like that lukewarm orange kind of, basically. Just a little dark. Just, I don't know, like that color, okay? So I'm like, okay, I can walk to school. It's just a block down and everything. And I had this big field behind my house. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna walk through that. That's a little money. So I go through. So before I go, my room is right next to my parents' room. And something in the back of my head was like, Tiarah, just ask them. Just ask your mom. Just ask them. And I'm like, put my pride, then put my pride aside. I was like, no, I did not want to hear her fuss. And she's really going to kill me and go off on me because I already missed it once this week and everything. Meanwhile, my brother is on the bus, okay? Get to school and everything, okay? So he's the good child. I'm the one where everybody's just like, God, what are you going to do when you get to college? Hey, Mom, if you're watching this, I'm doing pretty good. Class got canceled, so I had enough time to make this video. But anyway, so basically, I listened to my pride, start walking. But I said a prayer, okay? Yeah, I said a prayer. I was like, dear Lord, Please protect me from anything, and all the drivers, everything, people rushing to work and all that kind of stuff. So I make my way. It's cold. Got my little jacket on, my little North Face. I'm like, oh, Jesus, it's cold. Oh, I'm never doing this again. Walking. And so, yeah. I even said a prayer for my 9 test, like, Lord, just help me through this test and all that kind of stuff and everything. So I'm just walking, just walking. Even had my my phone for like little brightness so people could see me. Okay, so I was doing pretty good. It wasn't like I was like some people just dressing all black, just walking down the street, just thinking that they own the world. I was smart. Okay, I was smart. Before I'm about to tell you what happened. So it's 2 more lights till I get to my school. Okay, so I'm at the light before the last light. And you know, basically when they have the little people sign, basically say you can walk across. So I'm walking. I'm basically walking. And all of a sudden I see these like bright lights just flash. So I can just, from trying to remember, I know I was trying to run. But I feel like I just didn't get anywhere. Like, you know how like you try to speed walk, but you feel like you're walking this fast, but you feel like you're not anywhere, basically. And I got hit by a car, okay? So basically the first thing, so number 1 that has the issue with my self-love, okay? Just number 1, pay attention. Basically the person who hit me drives off. So that's number 1. Number 2, I'm basically lying. I'm trying not to cry. I'm basically lying in the middle of the road, not even calling for my mom or my dad. Like, at this point, I'm calling on God. I'm like, Lord, help me. Like, because I'm trying to get up. I'm like, I can't get up physically because it feels like a truck just landed on me. Like, I cannot feel it. I can only feel my head, basically. I can't feel anything else. I'm trying to get up. Like, basically, I fell down the stairs. I'm trying to dust myself off. I don't know. Don't ask me why I thought I could get up and I just got hit by a car. Don't ask me. So I'm just laying there just crying. It's cold outside. The road is cold. It's orange outside, okay? The person who just left me took off, and it's just like all these cars are just on all the side, all the 4-way, basically. And I'm just lying there. And so that's 1, the person left me, okay? So when the emergency truck finally gets there and everything, they basically ask me for my name, like, my name is Tiarah Mitchell, and they're like, well, how old are you? And like, I'm blacking out. Like, I remember I was blacking out, and I just remember the last thing that I told them, it was like, I just hurried up and said my mom's number because I'm like, I don't know how long I got. I at least need her to know where I'm at. I'm like, 317 da 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 da. That's what my name is, Tiarah Mitchell, and tell them I'm sorry. Blacks out, okay? So next time, so basically I remember I kind of woke up and the man's talking to me. He's like, you're doing such a good job, and da 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 da. And I'm like, remember, I can't move my body, so I'm looking down. I'm like, where is my underwear and where's my pants and my shoes? Like, I'm just like sitting there like, where's my stuff at? And so I black out again. Y'all, I have never blacked out in my life, but I'm telling you, that was some good sleep. Like, when I woke up from actually going to the hospital and everything, like in my hospital bed, boy, that was the best sleep that I ever had in my entire life. That ain't that sad. A tragic had to happen to me in order for me to get this good sleep. But okay, back to the story. So basically, my mom, I'm trying to get up again. Don't know why. Got hit by a car. Still don't know why I'm trying to get up. Okay. My mom's from here like, Tiarah, it's okay. And I just started crying again because I'm like, I'm in a hospital bed and my mom has to pay for this. Like, I'm just like, I'm not even thinking about, oh, I got hit by a car. I'm thinking, dang, my parents got paid for this bill. Like, it's already 5 of us, me and my 4 brothers. That's expense right there. It's 5 of us. So I'm just like, my dad's gonna hate me for this. Like, this is extra and all this stuff. So I'm just saying, sorry, Mom, that you got paid for this, and I'm sorry. Like, I should just listen to you. Like, because I'm like, at this point, it's like gas was way cheaper, and gas is cheaper than me getting hit by a car. Like, the little gas that she would have to put in her tank to take me around the block would have been way cheaper than the bill that she's paying right now. They have to pay right now for me being in the hospital. And my mom was like, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. But you know, I like to worry, so that was the thing right now. I'm starting to hate myself because it's just like, the idiot that I am, I should just listen to my self-conscience when it was told me to just go ahead and knock on the door. So that's number 2, basically. And number 3 was, so my mom basically has my phone, basically texting everybody like, hey, Tiarah just got hit by a car and da-da-da-da-da-da, texting everybody. So there's just one person that I really want my mom to text, because I previously went out with them, but we broke up. But kind of the feelings were still kind of there and everything. And basically, so I'm just keep calling like, Mom, please, can you please talk to him and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I was like, I did and everything. So he basically, when it came back to, I'm going to kind of fast forward and then go back again. When it came back to like going to school and everything, I didn't want to talk to him because his excuse was, well, my grandma was in the hospital and everything. But to me, I feel like you make time for what you want to make time. Because if my grandma was in the hospital, okay, makes a day to spend the whole time with my grandma. Next day, go spends time with my guy friend, my girlfriend, all that kind of stuff. Okay? Make some time for what I want. Okay? What's important to me. Because my thing is, I would have made time because I knew that person would have been pissed at me if I didn't make it. I don't think they were using their noggin, but hey, it's done and over with. So that was kind of like the third thing, because it was just like, dang, he didn't care. But you, before I got in this accident, you seemed like you cared. So that was kind of a slap to the face, because it was just like, when something actually major happened to me, you weren't there for me. So that kind of broke my heart too. And it was kind of like, you know where I live at and everything. But then I had some other friends, that some of my coworkers are my friends also, that go to school with me. They basically, they came too late. I was already checked out of the hospital and everything on my way home. They show up at my house. My brothers are like, Tiarah. I'm like, what? Just laying in bed, because I'm so helpless, just laying in the bed. My parents then took me here, laid me in my bed, just laying there. They were like, your manager's here and 2 of your coworkers are here. And I'm just like, what? So I'm like, for them to come visit me, but him not to come visit me. So it was kind of like, for them to visit me, him not to come visit me, was kind of like a slap to the face. And then I kind of got into it with my best friend, because I just felt like she didn't understand. I felt like nobody understood. Like, I got hit by a car. I just don't feel like, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling my worth then. And like, we got into a super dumb argument. Like, I guess I posted something. Like, I posted a picture of us and she didn't like it. And she basically was like, that's like if somebody posted a picture of you in the hospital. And I got like so upset. Like, it was just like, I got hit by a car and you're sitting here pissed over a throwback picture of us in middle school. Like, are you serious? Like, I got so mad. I just wasn't talking to her. Like, it was just a lot. It was a lot of stuff adding up. So, kind of lost my best friend in the mix when it happened. I mean, we're still friends now and everything. But it was just like, I feel like everybody was against me. Nobody was understanding. I only had my mom. And sometimes she got on my nerves too, because we even got this point where she took me to the mall trying to do self-therapy, since they didn't sign me up for therapy. The hospital didn't think I needed therapy. But I couldn't really walk. She made me walk everywhere. Made me walk around the mall. Everything. I'm in a wheelchair. So I'm sitting here like, first I was in a wheelchair. Then I had to borrow my great-grandma's walker. So I'm just crying, because it's just like, is this going to be my life? I want to be a nurse. And I was taking CNA classes then. So I'm like, what if I don't even get my CNA license? Like, I'm just crying, because it's just like, I'm nothing. I am nothing. I am nothing at all. This one little stupid thing that I did, I am nothing. How do you love something that is nothing? Like, it was just so much to me. Like, it was just like, God, why did you do this to me? Like, I still, in the back of my head, sometimes I'm just like, God, what were you doing? Like, explain it to me. There's nowhere in the Bible that says that I have to get hit by a car. What is the game plan, man? What is the game plan? And to this day, like, my leg, like, yes, I can walk and everything. Yes, I'm healed and everything. And the only thing I have is a cut. And then, but it kind of feels like my left foot, like, if I use it too much, like, when I try to work out and run and jog and all that kind of stuff, or I'm walking for a long period of time, it feels like I have this bad Charlie horse in my leg that I just can't, like, get out and everything. But to tell this story and to wrap it up, basically, I'm gonna go to this thing. I'm gonna go to this post that I made. I'm not gonna read it, but I'm gonna screenshot it and post in the video. So bear with me. This is kind of a reminder so I can put it in there. But basically, I just remembered a couple days before it, I saw the scripture on social media. And I screenshot it, because you know how sometimes you be feeling the Lord or all that kind of stuff. You're like, oh, this can be my lock screen. This is cute. So I screenshot it. And those exact words in that scripture, God did for me on that day. And that basically, within that scripture that I remember, is basically saying, like, talking about God being there for you, being right by your side when nobody else is there, and just all that kind of stuff. That was a point in my life where the only thing I had was God, because I felt like nobody understood me. Because at the end of the day, he was there for me when I first decided to go walk to school. He was there for me when I got in that accident. He was there for me when it was just me and the person that I was talking to, telling my mom's phone number, crying. It was only him. Because at that point, I didn't have my mom. I didn't have my dad. I'm trying not to cry. I didn't have nobody but him. And I hate myself sometimes for getting so mad at myself for not loving myself. Because I do hate myself sometimes, because it's just like, you are such an idiot. You would not be in this thing. You would not have this bruise. You would not have this point where you don't have certain friends anymore because you got in that stupid accident. If your butt would have just got up, got dressed like a normal, responsible teenager, you would have not been in that accident. You would not have been in pain after running a mile and all that kind of stuff. Like this story is a very important key role of my self-love journey, because I feel like I previously hated myself already from certain other things, but this was like the main trigger. This is like, you know how you load up a gun, you have multiple bullets. I feel like that was the reason, like, I pulled the trigger on me not really liking myself and everything. And it's even affecting my college life on certain things, because it's like, why make friends when you kind of already know that they ain't gonna be there for you besides God? I'm at a point where it's just like, you know what, it's just me, myself, and God at this point. I don't need nobody else. Shoot, I could be a nun. Like, I joke about, like, yo, I'm just gonna be a nun. Like, I don't need no man and everything. Because remember, I got done wrong by that one person. Like, people think it's a joke, but I'm dang near considering it sometimes. But I'm sharing this thing because there might have been an issue that you just can't get over the hump. It's like this big old mighty speed bump, and you just feel like you can't press the gas to get over it. So I'm sharing this because I'm like, it is possible. Hey, I'm still working on it, but I think the first thing that kind of helped me be able to get through this part of my self-love journey is I shared this story with my roommate. My suite mates don't know. That's my next door neighbors, but the one that actually lives with me, I shared this story with her. And we had to write a paper about something like dramatic that happened to us. And when I actually saw it on paper and I read it, it was just like, that's what kind of helped me realize, like, dang, you do hate yourself, Tiarah, for this situation. But I was talking to one of my friends, and she's basically like, you can't build a wall around yourself hating yourself. You can't have your own anti-Tiarah signs around you. You're like your main support after God, basically. And you can't sit there and keep hating yourself and beating yourself up about it. It happened. Get over it. Like, it happened. You have to live with what your consequences are, and you have to do it. But what's the next step? God's not going to do something if he didn't know that you were capable of doing it. sometimes I still ask God, like, okay, well, you can at least make my leg better. Like, come on now. Like, and this ugly scar, like, how am I supposed to wear cute heels like that? Come on now, God. Like, this might have been my best future, but no, my best future is my smile. That's what I think it is. But to get back on the thing with the self-love, the homework for you guys is basically try to find something that you know that triggers so much anger and hate towards yourself, and work on forgiving yourself for that. Because my thing was, I didn't really have a problem with the person who hit me. I have a problem with the people who I thought were going to be there for me and visit me and love me during that process. It was more of me getting myself in that situation that I couldn't stand myself for it. So my homework for you is forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. But that's it for episode number 2. Thank you for watching, and I love you guys.